Welcome into the ASUG News Studio. My name is Tom Whalegum, and we are broadcasting live from ASUG Annual Conference and Sapphire Now 2015. Well, I'm delighted to have a couple gentlemen in from Dolphin today, one of our proud SAP partners, ASUG partners, and we're just delighted to have them in to talk about some cool trends, including that's very relevant today, data archiving. So to my right is Werner Hopf. Welcome back to the studio. We appreciate you having again.
Thanks for having us.
You are the CEO and archiving team lead and all-around guru and hang gliding expert. I just learned that.
Let's not go
Let's
there
not go
right
there.
now.
And to your right is Brian Shannon, the Chief Strategy Officer and Principal Consultant for Financial Solutions. Brian, welcome.
Thank you, Tom.
So first off, for those, I can't imagine who, but if there's anyone who doesn't know what Dolphin does, just give us that, elevator pitch on what you guys do.
30 seconds. So we help our customers save money by reducing their total cost of ownership for their SAP systems, and we help them implement their key business processes a lot better and faster and smarter, so they get more benefits out of them.
That's great. I love saving money, a good thing. So, data archiving, as I mentioned in the outset, is totally a hot trend. What are you seeing with your customers when it comes to data archiving? What is on the top of their mind when you go in there and say, we need to talk data archiving?
I think the main motivation has changed a little bit over the years. Today we see a lot of companies getting interested in maybe moving into the HANA cloud platform. So they're asking the question, what can we do in order to make that more affordable? And the two main trends are either upgrading the existing systems or doing a completely new implementation. So for existing systems, you obviously want to keep them as small as possible prior to moving into HANA or migrating to HANA, and then also once you're on HANA, keep going with a small footprint, continuously archiving. So the operational data archiving is certainly a very important topic. The other trend we're seeing is completely new greenfield implementations on HANA, and then what do you do with your existing systems? You have to keep the information, so we help customers move all that information into low-cost archive storage so they can decommission the hardware, reduce their cost, and still keep information accessible.
And that's a key point, keeping that information accessible, what they need. All I know is if you're going to HANA, you better start archiving. That's the only thing I never implemented in an IT system, but if you're going to HANA, you better think about archiving because that's critical.
That's how we think about it.
So talking about kind of organizational change and what customers need to do to get there. Lots of companies buy other companies. What do they need to really think about as it relates to Dolphin in terms of the mergers and acquisitions as they start to do these things? Divesting parts of the business, what's key from your point of view that customers really need to think about?
When customers come to us who are in the process of, let's say, divesting part of their business, one of the main drivers is protecting their IP, their information. So typically those divestitures are done by just duplicating the SAP systems. And then you're faced with the challenge of removing any information that should not go to the acquiring entity. And we help companies do that quickly and very effectively.
Right. And that, duplicating an SAP system, I don't even want to know what that's like, especially at some of these larger companies.
It's not that problematic, but what you don't want to do is then run that big system forever forward. You want to carve out everything that's not needed and make it smaller.
That's a great point. Yep, great. So Brian, let's talk a little bit about growth, consolidation, some modernization topics. What you guys also talk about is business process change, right? How do you guys support that kind of big changes that have to happen?
Right. So one of the things we do is to optimize near cash business processes. That's accounts receivable and accounts payable to you and me. And what that means is that we're looking at making sure that that business process is as functional and as streamlined as possible to reduce the cycle time, essentially, to getting transactions posted.
So squeezing out some of that bad time in the whole process.
Right, because that ultimately results in vendors not being happy and customers not being happy, and we don't want that. So we can look at ways to make that process portable across entities or geographical regions, and streamline and standardize it so that irrespective of whether you're in China or whether you're in Europe, you're operating the same essential process.
And can be done pretty easy to do?
Well, sure, of course.
And then savings can be, I'm guessing, pretty big from that.
Significant savings. So it comes down to three things really that every CFO can relate to. The ability to save money or reduce cost structure, the ability to optimize your cash flow, and mitigating the risk inherent in the process.
Those are all three pretty good talking points, I'm sure, when you guys go in to tell your story. So, last question here. Is there value for customers to utilize the data and process solutions that you guys have? What is that value that they will walk away from an engagement from you?
Like we said in the beginning, the key value is really reducing the cost footprint and getting more benefits out of the operating an SAP system. And we address both, and they might seem unrelated at first, but when you think about it, you need a storage solution to store your data. You need storage to keep all the documents that flow through your systems. So we utilize that storage technology to build solutions for data management and for business process optimization.
Great point. And I would add too that your SAP breadth of experience is unmatched, I would say. You guys know what you're doing in these systems.
We tend to think so, yes. Thank you very much.
Well, we don't do anything else, right?
Right.
We're not working in a single other ERP, so this is our expertise, and that's true. The solutions match the depth of experience that we have.
And you probably see that only growing as HANA, S4 HANA, all this thing in data archiving really becomes, I mean, HANA's a really good thing for you guys, right? I'm sure.
It is.
That
Yes.
companies don't want to have all that data. They want to have as limited amount as they can.
Absolutely.
And so there's plenty of growth for you guys, I'm sure.
For sure.
We
Absolutely.
believe so, yes.
Well, gentlemen, thank you. I hope you enjoy your week.
Thank you, Tom.
Please feel free to stop by and say hi to these guys. They're going to be here all week. Great ASUG partners, and we thank you again for coming in.
Thank you.
for having us.
For more customer stories and great stories from ASUG partners like Dolphin, please go to asugnews.com. All right, fellas.